So this game has some really nice aesthetics. Just look at the footage on the screen right here. It's not often we get ships that look quite like this. The game is set to release very soon, 2 days away in fact. It may even be available as you watch this video. There's quite a lot going on here, so I want to talk about everything we know about Era 1 so far. A title that harkens back to the classic grand space opera's strategies. Now, whilst many games let you fly a starfighter or manage a colony, Era 1 puts you in charge of something far more titanic, an interstellar ark, a gargantuan mothership carrying the remnants of a civilization. The game is being developed by Team Complex, a group with roots in the homeworld modding scene, and it's already been gaining quite a bit of attention. And the great thing here is that it's set to release into early access on the 6th of August, so this one is very close now. The studio's planning a year of updates before the 1.0 release and has been refreshingly open about treating early access as an extended balancing season rather than marketing. Now, the idea of piecing together your own mega spaceship and leading a fleet through the collapsing solar system, if that gives you tingles, then Era 1 is certainly going to be worth a look. The premise is pure sci-fi. In Era 1, humanity stands on the brink of extinction. All this due to a double catastrophe: the failure of a massive Spacegate project and the emergence of a destructive space mutation that threatens all remaining habitats. The survivors huddle aboard a colossal starship named the Navi Mondo, also known as the Era 1, a vessel so large it could carry billions, though only a few thousand souls remain within its metal walls. The ship's commander is Princess Alia de Shaz, the last heir to a noble line and effectively the leader of humanity's desperate exodus. With resources dwindling and no safe harbour in sight, Alia and her fleet must scour the newly depleted planets, moons and asteroids of the solar system for the means to survive and perhaps rebuild civilization. This setting, of course, is reminiscent of Battlestar Galactica, or even the Hungarian exiled in Homeworld, yet Era 1 aims to really bring its own here by giving players some unique control over their mobile colony. So the gameplay unfolds in a pausable, real-time strategy fashion, but instead of managing many separate bases, Era 1 centers on your mothership as the primary base. The Navi Mondo is essentially a floating city and battleship combined, and players can modularly upgrade and expand it as they see fit. For example, if you need more firepower, you can clip on additional turret modules along the hull, or maybe a bank of railguns on the dorsal side. So yes, construction is literal. You can drag a reactor or crew quarter or turret socket into the void, and it welds itself directly to the frame of your ship. There's no grids, no symmetry unless you really fancy it. Everything is about being as straightforward as possible. But that doesn't mean the game lacks complexity. Because space, of course, is vast, it's pretty large, it's also unforgiving. Your mothership must be a self-sufficient fortress, as it were. With all this in mind, the interface has clearly required a lot of work, and it seems, at least from the videos here, that the developers have put that work in. The interface is one of the things that really makes this game stand out, at least to me. Now, this modular construction aspect doesn't just stop at the Ark. Once your heavy ship facilities go online, you can lay down blueprints for escorts, skirmishers and strike cruisers, and each of these as reconfigurable as the mothership itself. The demo that was released a while ago and briefly available showed the ability to strip down light cruiser chassis and rebuild them into a pocket dreadnought, bolting on twin iron cannon pods, dorsal missile racks and a spread of point defense lasers before sending it prow first into a pirate fortress. Naturally, there's work that only a small craft can do. Automated scavenger drones chew ore, for example, whilst utility shuttles haul containers home. Losing either to raiders pinches the economy hard, which can force you into alternative solutions. Now, when hostiles appear, and they inevitably do, it all comes down to weapons and your guns. All of this is pretty straightforward in the sense that you can see all the combat play out directly in the screen. It's not a case that you zoom right out and only get tactical views. You can see every ship, every little fighter take its course and get involved directly in combat. For example, Mark II light fighters that shatter under Gatling fire, yet keep utility ships busy with repairs. Heavier waves bring missile destroyers, which means your ship can start taking quite a bit of damage. And with that in mind, you might be wondering about how the game plays. Well, on day one, there's going to be 4 different modes. Enemy waves that drop you in on a tight arena opposite a pirate stronghold, and this counts how long you can last. Then there's the scenario. This strings together 7 different bespoke missions across larger sectors. These are hand-placed objectives and they are reinforced with waves as you play. There's also a survival mode which stitches multiple arenas together with hyperspace gates and lets you push deeper at your own peril, whilst the sandbox removes all the hostiles entirely so you can tinker in peace. There's a 5th greyed out menu slot that hints at future content, but as far as I can see, Team Complex has yet to name it. Progression within the game rides on tech labs that unlock in rough tiers, nuclear fission for baseline power, gatlings for flak, and then quantum cores that increase the output of your energy. How this all plays out though with progression remains to be seen, but what we do know is that not everything is unlocked up front. You do have to make some progress throughout the game to upgrade to better ships, and this at this point is an age-old mechanic, and well, I guess one that everyone entirely expects. Now all of this, the entire game, runs on Unity. That's something that may make you wonder a little bit due to the scale of the game. After all, there's a lot going on here with physics-based debris fields, thousands of drone paths and kilometre-long damage meshes all going on at once. The demo though has been holding up pretty well, and from what I can see, no one's really had any problems there. Fingers crossed for the full early access release. From what we can see, it does appear that the developers know what they're doing, and this is one I've been keeping my eye on for quite a while. It's something I'm very excited to try out. Yet of course, ambition itself is not always the only hallmark, because that does bring with it some questions. All we know is that there is a single player mode, and that skirmish AI is going to be coming later. That's, I do believe, post-launch, as is the online co-op mode. Narrative events remain little more than flavor text for now, at least based on the demo. We'll have to see again on the release of the early access. So there's no rationing dilemmas or refugee triage going on just yet. So of course that does mean that this is early access in the true sense of the word, but it also means that more content should be coming along the way over the coming months. And the developers here have openly described the current writing of the game as scaffolding for systems, not just the story proper. That will be coming later as well. But from what can be seen so far, it does appear that Era 1 does nail down what's already in there. In short, it's going for quite a bit of gameplay on release. It all looks very nice as well. There's some beautiful aesthetics here, very nice environment, pretty good looking functional UI as well. Fingers crossed that actually plays out as well as it looks. And ultimately, yes, there's more to be coming later on, further down the line. We'll be taking a closer look at this around release or thereafter. Like I said, the game is coming out into early access on the 6th of August, so just a couple of days from when this video goes live. Heck, depending on when you watch this video, it may be available already. Thanks for watching this video all the way through. There is another one on the screen right here if you want to check that out. Do take care, and I'll catch you next time.